Welcome, kindred spirits, to a place of positivity, passion, and purpose. Thank you for joining us today as we dive into Hart of Dixie Season 1. The first season of Hart of Dixie, an American television series, originally aired in the United States on the CW from September 26, 2011 through May 14, 2012. The season was produced by CBS Television Studios. The pilot, which was announced in February 2011, it was ordered to series in May 2011. On October 12, 2011, the CW picked up Hart of Dixie for a full season which will consist of 22 episodes. On May 11, 2012, the CW renewed the show for a second season. In the next segment, we'll be exploring overview and its implications for our subject matter. The first season mostly revolves around Zoe adjusting to life in Bluebell and struggling to bring in 30% of the patients to her practice, a clause she needs to adhere to if she wishes to keep half from Brick. She finds this difficult as she is at odds with most of the local residents due to her city persona. Zoe also struggles with her growing feelings towards George Tucker, feelings of which his fine Lemon is fully aware, leading her to make it her mission to ensure Zoe leaves Bluebell. Other storylines include Wade's feelings for Zoe which may or may not be returned, Zoe's friendship with the mayor, Loven, and his past with Lemon, and Zoe's unresolved issues regarding her family. As we progress, let's zoom in on Regular and examine its role in shaping our overall narrative. Rachel Bilson as Dr. Zoe Hart, Scott Porter as George Tucker, Jaime King as Lemon, Breland, Cress Williams as Loven, Hayes Wilson Bethel as Wade Kinsella, Tim Matheson as Dr. Brick. Breland. Recurring episodes. Let's now turn our attention to recurring and uncover the fascinating insights it brings to the table. Nadine Velasquez as Dee Dee Rono, Reginald Veljohnson as Dash DeWitt, McLean Miller as Rose Hattenberger, Claudia Lee as Magnolia Breland, Mercy Monroe as Tansy Trout, Brandy Burkhart as Cricket Watts, Caitlin Black as Annabeth Nas, Asa Davis as Addie Pickett, Wes Brown as Dr. Judson Lyons, Armelia McQueen as Shula Whitaker, Jobeth Williams as Candice Hart, John Marshall Jones as Wally Maynard, Ross Phillips as Tom Long, Mallory Moy as Wanda Lewis, Deborah South. Craig as Shelley Ng, Stephen M. Porter as Frank Moth, Peter Mackenzie as Reverend Peter Mayfair, Christopher Curry as Earl Kinsella, John Eric Bentley as Sheriff Bill, Kim Robillard as Seldon Didawick as Old Lady Essa Scott as Delma Warner, Nancy Travis as Emmeline Hattenberger and Cusack as Annie Hattenberger, Mary Page Keller as Emily Chase, Carla Renata as Susie, Eileen Graff as Tora Tucker. As we embark on the next leg of our journey, let's unpack the layers of special guest star and examine its core elements. Justin Hartley as Jesse Kinsella, Meredith Monroe as Alice Kincaid. Prepare yourself for an eye-opening discussion on development in the upcoming portion of this video. In February 2011, it was announced Hart of Dixie was in development on the CW, was written by Leila Gerstein. In May 2011, Hart of Dixie officially picked up to series. On October 12, 2011, the series received a back 9 order for a full season consist of 22 episodes. The show's executive producer Josh Schwartz compared the show to the WB classics such as Felicity, Everwood, and Gilmore Girls. Now, let's shift our perspective and explore casting from a different angle. Rachel Bilson was cast as Zoe Hart, followed Wilson Bethel as Wade Kinsella, Zoe's gorgeous bad boy neighbor in February. In March, Jaime King as Lemon Breland, Cress Williams as Loven Hayes, and Scott Porter was later cast as good-looking lawyer George Tucker, a potential love interest for Bilson's character. Let's now shift gears and explore broadcast through a critical lens, uncovering its strengths and weaknesses. Season 1 of Hart of Dixie premiered on the CW in the United States on Monday, September 26, 2011 at 9 p.m., with the Season 5 premiere of Gossip Girl as its lead-in. Brace yourself for a deep dive into reception as we explore its impact and relevance in our evolving narrative. On the review aggregator Rotten Tomatoes, the first season has an approval rating of 35% based on 17 reviews, with an average rating of The site's critical consensus reads, It's got a solid cast, but Hart of Dixie is unfortunately rife with paper-thin characters and illogical plotting. With the groundwork laid, let's now examine home release and its connections to our previous discussions. Hart of Dixie, the complete first season, was released on DVD in the US on October 2, 2012. The 5-disc set includes all 22 episodes from the first season, special features, and various language and subtitle options. Don't forget to check out my other videos for more valuable content.